I act like I don't do this every day. This is my job. This is not just my job. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy. This is cathartic. This is the perfect nexus between stability, clarity, desire, pursuit, excellence, characteristics and traits that matter, and they still matter in 2026. Their values, and they're not to be laughed at or giggled. And it would be nice if more people could appreciate, the concept of self-awareness and recognizing that there are a lot of things that can go wrong very quickly, very easily. And it's almost like there's a question, it's just like a back and forth between like whether a creator exists, whether I'll see it in my lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to be preachy, but it's been over 500 years and we're still in colonialism. So we're literally able to live stream it. Oh my gosh. This is discomforting. This is alarming. This is offsetting. This is off-putting. You're losing views. You're losing subscribers. You're losing content. You're losing your focus. You're losing reality. You're losing, and suddenly it's easy to lose. Suddenly it's very easy to lose. Suddenly you lose in the game. Suddenly it's no longer an analogy. Suddenly it's no longer a metaphor. Suddenly it's too close, it's too real, to be considered a metaphor. Suddenly it's not, it's meta. Suddenly you run out of time. Come on, we don't all run out of time. Isn't it worth talking about it? Isn't it worth not just trying to get comfortable? I'm just saying. Stop recording. All the other things. Be polite in society. What about the energy that existed 500 years before this period? What about that energy? What about the before time? Can we have that again? Do we have to be devoid of it? Do we all have to lose it? Is there a timeline where everyone can stop clutching their scrotums, if you will? Is there a period of time when we can actually start relaxing and, some of us can actually really relax and, all of us can relax because some of us aren't relaxed. Even when we're trying to be relaxed, even when we've done all the right things, we're still not relaxed. It's hard to relax. I feel like Mr. Rogers. It's hard to relax sometimes. We're in a dystopian era. What else more is there to say? Like, I can make these videos, but if nobody watches them, if I don't have the time to edit them, if I don't have the energy, if they don't reach the right audience, I'm not on the right platform. It's so easy to expire. It's so easy to expire, guys. I'm just saying that as potentially another statistic, or as a study. If things suddenly go well for me, and I'm healthy, and I'm safe, and this is just one day, and I've survived it, and it's like, this is a regular day in the gym for me, mental health-wise, I'm stable. I can do this. I just need more resources. No small wonder so many people turn to the internet. I hope to be able to offset the chances of their extinction, of their expiry. Because, just because the human life ends at approximately 72 years old or something like that, whatever the numbers are now, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody lives that long. People with bipolar are known to die earlier. They're just known to die earlier. And a lot of times, I remember there was like some alarming statistic. I'm hoping this is not correct, but some shit like 6 out of 10 people who have bipolar end up committing like fatal self-harm. That's what I heard. That's a crazy amount. I hope that's wrong. I hope that, same statistics regarding someone with BPD, someone who I love and care about for on the timer. I'm gonna be careful not to talk about her situation too much, but like, how is she considered safe? What algorithms, forget algorithms, what divine resources are there right? We know about benefits. We know about HRA, right? This is studied, this is known. There are people who have access to information. They can study these systems, right? They know that they exist in some time period. They can dig between the archives of files, right? How you wade through files, you sort through files. I have files. I have plenty of files. You know, time changes, eras change. Situations change. I can't help but feel about what would happen if I don't achieve success. What's the alternative? It's losing. It's losing what I've endured for. That's the best way to put it. It's losing what I endured for. You know, and I'm not gonna get too emotional on camera, but gosh, like if that's not what I think about nearly all the time, and there are some people who don't have to think about that, must be nice. How can you live a normal existence when your survival instinct continues to kick in? And you're just like, and you can either think about hunger being your fate, betrayal being your fate, emotional running out of energy to just continue to function, however, whatever happens, however you cease without doing any self-harm, however you just cease. I don't know if your heart just stops or something like that, where just circumstances happen and you get railed and reamed. You know, the door busts in. Someone calls the cops. Someone complains about the content online. You can go either way. It's very dystopian. I'm not just blaming it on the political climate. I'm blaming it on the mentality of society. How easy it is to discern witches. How easy it's always been to discern and separate witches. People from society to say, that's a witch. You know what I'm saying? How easy it is to go on witch hunts. To tar and feather. It's very easy to tar and feather. I think I'm just gonna leave this at that. You know? The question is, what if my fortunes changed? You know, Dave Chappelle made this joke. He said, what if instead of killing Jesus, what if they gave him money? You know, would he be able to live a long life happily ever after? With his nervous system heal? Would he have restored hippocampus and prefrontal cortex? Would he be able to retain information? Would he be able to read books again and know that they're not just a waste of time, because when he finishes reading the books, he loses the information. He loses the information in a conversation, in a heartbeat. His mind is deteriorating. Is that not a known symptom of bipolar? How do people get help? How do people get social security, right? Because I've tried for like 3 years, and I have to keep teaching. I have to keep working, and teaching is the only work that will literally keep me afloat. But at the same time, the energy that it takes, the drain on your emotions, the drain on, you know, your circumstances not improving. The first year of subbing, I ended the school year with no shoes, and then I didn't get unemployment insurance. I'm having an experience. Bear with me. Some people are having different experiences. I'm hoping that by sharing my experience, somehow you guys and the divine, the universe, whomever intervenes, it changes my quality of life. It gives me more time to think about who I am. It gives me more time to think about what I believe. It gives me more time to think about what I want to do, you know? What can we do collectively, you know, before it's too late? What can we do to improve our situations so that we don't just continue to live out a mediocre existence, drinking out of, you know, Brita filters when we could be drinking out of Berkeley's.